Good afternoon, everybody. You should all be able to hear me and see my screen, which I've got in front of me, the beginning of the slide. If you can't, start on the chat tool below, and I'll respond as soon as I can, but hopefully everyone can hear me and see the slideshow. So thanks for joining us this afternoon. My name is Mark. I work here at Pitch Hero, and we're going to talk today about how you can promote your donations page, which a lot of clubs have now set up. And overnight, Pitch Hero passed £40,000 of money collected by clubs for clubs. So it's a fantastic thing. It's working very well. And now more than ever, it's much needed. So today, we're going to go through a bunch of things. First, I'll make the point that Pitch Hero, it's business as normal for everyone at Pitch Hero. We're working at home. We're answering emails, we're phoning people, we can book calls. So if you have any issues at all with Pitch Hero, please do get in contact with us in the normal ways on support@pitchhero.com, or you can book a call with your account manager. They can share screens, they can show you how to do things. We've also found that quite a few club officials are at home. So if you want to do a group webinar or a group video session, those can also be organized. So everyone here at Pitch Hero is working as normal. So please do reach out to us if you have any questions or any problems with your club website. So today we're going to look at two things. The first part is all going to be about the perfect donations page, how to set it up, how to create it on Pitch Hero, and what your club strategy should be and what it should look like. I'm not going to do the step-by-step how to set it up. That's already been done on past webinars, and there's a great video on our blog which shows you how to do that. But if you already have your GoCardless or your Stripe payments set up on Pitch Hero, then this is very easy to do and takes only a couple of minutes. So we'll focus on the strategy, goals and targets, and page design. And the second part, we'll focus on the marketing, how to market it on your club website, how to market it across social media, the press, and also a bonus one about how to use past players to get endorsements, influence on social media as well. So let's kick off. First of all, the strategy. And I've spoken to a lot of clubs over the last 2 weeks about their thinking, getting the tone right, getting the message right, because these are odd, uncertain times for everybody. And some clubs are in very different positions. So I want to take you through a couple of options that we're seeing from clubs and a bit of feedback, just to sort of get you guys thinking about how your club might come up with a strategy and come up with the right tone. So imagine Club One. We're hearing Club One saying they're not asking for donations because the club is financially strong at the moment. They've got money in the bank. So this tends to be rugby or hockey clubs that have come to the end of their season, and therefore their demand on cash flow isn't great. Not so much football clubs, they always need a bit of extra cash, but the rugby clubs and the hockey clubs are doing all right. It's also sometimes a cricket club where they've collected all their membership, but they're not actually spending a huge amount of money. So they've got that money in the bank. So what we're sort of saying to those clubs is, well, that's great, you're in a very fortunate position, but bear in mind, we're not sure how long this will last. And also, you could still raise money for something else. So it may be that you're not raising money for COVID-19 specifically, but you could raise money for another charity. You could raise money for the NHS. You could raise money for a local good cause. You could also use it down here, the last bullet point, as a way of engaging members by holding an online quiz, keeping parents and players engaged. You could do that at a team level or a big club level. So don't just think about what your current financial position is, have a think about the other people around you, how you could help them from the club's point of view. So an example here is Barnes Rugby Football Club down in London. Those guys are in a strong financial position. So they're raising money for the local NHS heroes. They've created this challenge where they're going to, I think they're going to lift a ton or something, where every member has to do a 20 or 30 reps in a day. 1 million kilogram raise is what they're hoping to do. And so they're using the Pitch Hero, they're using the platform to promote this cause, but all the money is going to the NHS. So even if your club's in a very fortunate position, you can still help others. The second one, which is quite common, is the club officials and club committee are worried about asking members for donations because they think that a lot of members might be hard up at this time. And that's very true. And across the country, members will be in different situations. There are some clubs in wealthy areas where they're asking for quite substantial donations from their members, and there are some clubs in less wealthy areas where that's perhaps a little bit more difficult. But on the whole, and this is our own feedback to clubs, the vast majority of the public sector is still working and getting paid as normal, Large amounts of the private sector are all still working as normal. There are some people who aren't, and they are being furloughed, and that's difficult, but they're probably less than the majority. And lots of charities right now are fundraising. Lots of charities out there right now are asking for donations. And so we think that providing clubs get the tone right and the message right, there's no reason at all why they can't ask for a little bit of help from their members, from their past players, from their local community. So I think as providing you get the tone right, there's no problem at all asking your members to contribute and to help your club during these times. And then the third one, which is probably cricket more than most, is that we've collected our membership for the year, but now there's no cricket. So we're not quite sure what to do. And sometimes we don't want to ask for the membership because we can't provide them with cricket. This might also affect netball clubs that have summer leagues and also hockey clubs that have some summer leagues. Well, in that case, we've seen clubs do two things. First, they say, please pay all your donations and we'll bring you cricket as soon as possible. We still have things to pay for, like the pitch, like the nets, like the clubhouse. And the second option is they're saying, you've got the member has two options. Please pay your membership fees or make a donation. And that could be less than your membership fees, it could be more. But you've got two choices. You can go to the website here, pay your membership fees, or you can go to the donation page and make a donation. And that can be anonymous. And then later on in the summer, when hopefully cricket will be played, you can make up the rest. So clubs are seeing that work on both sides. So those are some good options for you. So have a sit down with the club, have a sit down with the strategy. Our view on Pitch Hero is we're not sure what's going to happen in the long term, but it's always better to have money in the bank. And asking your members, past members, local community for £5, £10, £20, whatever that may be, is perfectly reasonable during these times. And we think you should, providing you get the right tone and the right message, you should go ahead and start fundraising. So that's just sort of the next slide, which I've repeated myself on there. The last bullet point I'll come on to quite a bit there. I think Pitch Hero is all about sport, it's all about members, it's all about team. And throughout this, it's very important that we keep everything positive and fun. And I'll show you some great examples of some positive and fun fundraising. You've seen Barnes already. I recommend you go to the Barnes Rugby Club. They've got some really funny things on there. They've got lots of clips from people doing things. And they're keeping it light-hearted. They've got a great sports theme. They're keeping it fun. People can do it in their back garden or their lounge. And so it's a very positive, upbeat message from the club. So if we move on to the second part, goals and targets. What we've seen from clubs that are using Pitch Hero is that the ones that set a clearly defined goal and a financial target are raising more. So rather than just saying, please donate to our club and leaving it at that, you need to say, please donate to our club because we are providing this service or we are raising money for this cause. Your money will go towards covering the cost of COVID-19, or your money might be going to the local NHS, or your money will be going to new changing rooms. It's really important that you list that. And then where possible, also list a financial target. And remember, a financial target can be a moving target. And we've already seen a number of clubs increase their target when they've beaten expectations. So you might want to start low, £500, £250, even £100. When you get there, smash it, say, fantastic, we raised this much money, we're now going to extend it a bit further. So we've got some examples here. I'll just move this out of my way. So we've got one club here, a cricket club. They're raising money to get through the COVID-19 crisis. They've updated it here, so they raised some money from the council. So therefore they reduced their target down, and their target is now £3,000, and they're already 44% of the way there. So all these buttons are in the control panel. They're very easy to switch on, and we recommend that all clubs do that. If I go to the next one, this is a rugby club, Chinar. They're raising £25,000 here is their target. They've had 110 donations already, and they're close to £10,000. It's a fantastic achievement. Now, what they've also put in their speech here, their copy at the top, is their target is £25,000, which is an average of £50 per member. So they're indicating how much they would like each member to donate. And what we've seen going through the numbers there is that quite a lot of members have donated more than that. Now, £50 is a huge amount of money, and you might not be comfortable with asking your members for that. But maybe you just say it'd be great if everybody donated £10, and then multiplying that by the number of members you have and setting your target that way. But asking for that kind of money, I think, is perfectly reasonable. If you know your club members more, you might be able to think you can push them a bit more in donations. But listing things like that is a great way to boost your donations, saying, stating we really like it, everyone could donate £10 or everybody could donate £20. The third example I want to show you here is a great one. And I think everybody looking at this will have at least 5 people in their club that looks just like that chap there. So that's John Curtis. He's at Upminster Creek Club. And what he said is that he's trying to raise £1,000 for the UCC and the NHS, and he'll shave off his beard live if we get to £2,000, which is fantastic. I think the first time I saw this, it was £1,000. So they've already increased the total. This is fun. It's a great story. I'm sure every club has a guy with a big beard that could be shaved off, or a ponytail that could be lopped off. It's a great photo, isn't it? There's switched on the bottom bit here so that people can leave a message and tell how much they're donating, and that's optional. So you can switch that on. It's up to the donor if they want to leave a message, or they can say, I want to just stay anonymous. And this is a great story you can share. This will be great on social media. It'll be great in the local press. It's fun. It keeps people engaged. So why not reach out and find those fun people at your club? And I'm sure we all know who they are, who can provide this sort of stuff. This is great entertainment, great engaging fundraising for the club. And I'm sure he'll smash that £2,000 target. Okay, so we move on to the marketing side of things now, and how to get your message out there. Now we've got the page set up, we've got some great photos, we've got the reason, we've got the target. It's now getting it out there. The first thing and the most important thing is to post a news item at the time of launch on your club website. We've always seen a number of clubs miss that. They post a donation page and then they leave it there. You need to really switch on the promotion here. So a news item on the homepage, talking about it and being updated regularly with targets. So we've reached £100, we've reached £1,000. We're now 25% of our target. Try and add a news item every 2-3 days and update those news items. Add new photography, talk about people that have donated, thank them out loud, and keep it on the front page of your club website by pinning the news item to the homepage. Every time you post a news item, also share it on your social media accounts. So there's buttons there where you can share it straight into Facebook, straight into Twitter, and you can talk about it on Instagram as well. Here's an example of a club, one of the clubs we picked out earlier. They created a news item here, they've used their logo, they've talked about it, talked about their target, why they're raising money for them, and they've given an update. Simple things like this take 3 or 4 minutes, but they really do help boost the fundraising total. Here's another club, Upminster. So this is the club that had a chat with the big beard. Their chairman's doing a weekly newsletter, or as a news item on the club page. He's talking about all the different things the clubs are doing, such as virtual training, Zoom calls and things with players and coaches. They're talking about the latest information from the league, whether matches are going to happen and when they might happen. They're talking about the financing of the subs and the health of the club. They're talking about social events. These are great news items that all clubs should be trying to put out there. It doesn't have to be that long. It could just be simple bullet points. But once you have a news item like that, you also tell them how they're getting on with their fundraising and incorporate that. You can copy and paste it into an email and send it to all your members. You can share it on social media using the buttons here, and also tweet it and things. But these are really important news items that we really recommend all clubs should be doing on a weekly basis, keeping your members up to date, keeping them engaged, and encouraging them to support your fundraising. So zoom in there, you can see it's packed with great content, and that's an Upminster Creek Club. If you want to Google it, have a look, and you can see the kind of things that they're posting. Next one is adding links to your club homepage. So again, in the club control panel, top left, you can change the header, what appears here, the social media links. Put donate to Chinau, donate to your club right here at the top. You can call that the COVID-19 fund, fundraising, donate now, whatever you want. You can put that link in there, and that links them directly to the fundraising page. These links get a lot of links. You'd be surprised how many people click on these. It's very high. They're well used by all clubs. So here we're just summing up here. The weekly news item, as shown by Upminster, talk about your club strategy, what you're doing, when you hope to bring sport back, what's the committee planning, talking about the information you've got from the leagues or the governing bodies. So what's the latest news from the ECB, England Hockey, the FA, the RFU? You can create a summary of that. You can talk about your fundraising targets, what's been raised so far, what plans you have. You could even ask members to come up with ideas to raise money. And also talk about how your club members are volunteering in the local community. That's a big one. So Pitch Hero has 30 odd staff. A couple of those are now driving vans. We've got one guy who's driving people to and from hospitals, and he keeps posting photos and sending emails around for the club news. And they're great. They're really uplifting stories. So if you've got members who are volunteering, members who are helping in the NHS, why not post about them? If you've got nurses, doctors, all those sorts of people, you can tell their story on your club website, and that keeps people really well engaged. Next one is sending club emails. So this is a really easy one. Within your club control panel, you have a database, and then you have an option to email that database. So once you've posted the donation page live, go into your communications page. You can target whoever you want, but we recommend you send the email to everyone. You can create a short little email that says, as part of COVID-19, we're raising money for X, or to support the NHS, we're raising money for X. Put it into an email, copy and paste a link into the email, and that can send people directly to the donation page, the fundraising page. And we recommend you do that weekly. Every time you post a news item, always send an email as well. Copy the same content with the same links and send it out to your club, again, once a week. And once you've posted that news item or sent that email, share it across social media. So onto social media. The idea of putting the post here, the great thing about social media is you can be quite personal. So if you have a member, this is a member here of a Career Club, Azim down here, he's donated £200. What a fantastic gesture he's done for his club there. Call him out on social media. You know, talk about him on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, say club member Azim has donated £200. What a legend. He's a cricketer. You could make it funny. You could say £200, that's for every run he's scored in the last 10 years. Something like that, which will get other members talking, tweeting, liking it. You know, I'm from a very competitive club. If one player donates £10, I'm sure another player will donate £12. If someone donates 12, someone will donate £25. And if that gets posted and shared on social media, you'll quickly assume that players follow other players. You know, a team is very much a follow the sheep mentality. If 3 or 4 of the most popular people in a team do something, then the rest of the team turn up. So if you can get those 2 or 3 really popular players, popular characters in the club to donate something, and then you make it public on social media, everyone else will quickly follow. The next one is the WhatsApp groups. So I'm sure every club has multiple WhatsApp groups for parents, WhatsApp groups for players, for committee members, for coaches, etc. Share into those WhatsApp groups, copy and paste the same message and get it out there. And then ask your coaches to share it with their parent WhatsApp groups and their player WhatsApp groups as well. From WhatsApp, they can hit a link. It'll take them straight to the website where they can make a donation. And again, when you post a news item, when you send an email, pop it back into the WhatsApp group. Keep that totalizer going up. Keep it front of mind. The next one, and this has been really effective for a couple of clubs, is the local press. So at the moment, there's no local sport to cover. There's no local photos. There's no local match reports. So the back pages of most local newspaper is pretty empty. So put together a press release, and we'll have a template on the Pitch Hero blog, hopefully later today or tomorrow, which shows you how to write a press release. And get a photo. Photos are really important of players, of a game, of a committee member or anything. And send that to your local paper. I tell you, 9 times out of 10, they will take this and they will put it into the local paper. The local paper is really important because then you'll reach past players and past parents. So parents whose kids might have moved away, or they're at uni, or they've left the club, they'll say, well, hang on a minute, 5 or 6 years ago, my son, my daughter was part of that club. I want to make sure they keep going. I'm going to donate 10, 20 pounds. We've got an example here from one netball club. They send a local press release into their local paper. They had a great spread here, a whole, it's almost half a page, a third of a page there dedicated to the netball club in Teesside, and they sell their online fundraising boost really quickly. All this was one email with one press release and one photo sent to the local press, and it had a really big impact. If you need help with writing that press release, look at the Pitch Hero blog. We'll show you how to do it. You can take your local news, your news item that you're putting on the club website, craft that a wee bit and send that in. Again, 9 times out of 10, the local journalist will ring you back. You'll have a quick phone call, 10-minute phone call, just checking all the details, making sure the website URL is correct, making sure they've spelt the names correctly. They'll do most of it over the phone, and then by Wednesday, it'll be in the press, and the following Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it'll be in the local newspaper. So we really recommend engage your local press. The next one, endorsements, or this horrible word, influencers. So Barnes Rugby, who I mentioned earlier, down there in London, they're doing this raise 1,000,000 tons or whatever it is, 100 tons of weight across all their players to try and raise money for local NHS. They've done a great job of harassing or getting somehow past international rugby union players to support this. They have videos from past World Cup winners, Jason Leonard, from Johnny Wilkinson here, and many others. Now, I would imagine some clubs will have past famous players or connections to the club, or perhaps somebody who was your speaker at the club at the past AGM or the past meal last summer. Reach out to those folks and get them to talk about it. Ask them to post a short video online, and that can really, really help. I'm sure up and down the country, there are clubs on Pitch Hero who will have at least one famous person attached to that club who are on social media, who have a big following, and they can do a shout out. And it might not be their followers, but they could perhaps record a short video which they send back to you, and then you post it on your social media channels. So that's what Barnes Rugby have done here. They've reached out to Johnny, they've asked him to record a short video promoting the cause, and then Barnes have promoted that on their own social media. So reach out and see if you can get endorsements from local celebs, past players, etc. So that's coming to the end of it now, and this is my summary 3-point plan to really skyrocket your fundraising. First of all, have a reason, a strong reason as to why you're doing it. Is it COVID-19? Is it for the local NHS? Is it for your club because you want to build a new clubhouse or redo the changing rooms or have a 3G pitch? Have a really good reason. Then set a target, a financial target, and remember that target can always be increased. So you want to start low, £1,000, £500, that's fine. When you get there, increase it. That's a great news story which you can send out to your members. Always post a photo. Try and get something fun. You know, the guy with the beard, that was a funny photo. What else could you do that'd be eye-catching? Rather than just putting your club logo there, could you have a photo of NHS workers? Could you have a photo of some of the junior players who will be supported by the fundraising? And then we recommend you display your donors. By doing that, you give your members and your guests the option to list their name, and they can put anonymous, so it's up to them. So we recommend you switch that on for all fundraising. And just a quick point here, it's now very easy for a guest to make a donation. So we've done an update, somebody can come on, they can type in their basic information, they can donate to your club, and then they can check out without becoming an affiliated member or a registered member of your club website, which is really important. So once you've got that set up, you need to launch it, and that means news items, it means sharing those news items across social media, it means sending an email using your club control panel to all your members, and it means getting into the local press. So sending that press release to your local newspaper. And then finally, reaching out, seeing if you can get hold of local influencers, past players who have gone on to do great things, past coaches, and people perhaps who recently spoke at your club. They did a meal, they did a charity awards do. I'm sure those past players got paid well, so why not go back and say, hey, thanks for supporting our club 12 months ago. Could you record a quick video for us and send it to us? 9 times out of 10, these past players, past coaches, past refs will absolutely help clubs out. So don't be shy of asking. The third and final one then is repeat, repeat, repeat. Post a news item every few days. Update social media when you reach a target. When someone does something brilliant, like donates a lot of money, and he puts their name there, so they're happy for their name to go against it, reach out to them on social media, tag their page and say, thanks for doing this. It means the world. You're going to really help our club out. And keep doing that for the next few weeks. It's all about repeat, but once you get into the habit of doing it, it should become a really easy process. You can do it whilst you're sat watching a film on Netflix, on your phone, write a few things, post it out there, and then the donations will come in. And above all, like sport is, and I'm sure like every club is, keep it positive and keep it fun. These are tough times for a lot of people, so try and do something that's going to get the imagination, make it fun for the junior players. You'll all have characters within your club funny people, use them, get them motivated, get them doing things, get them doing challenges. Maybe take the first team to set a challenge that the juniors could do. Often in many clubs, the juniors have never met the first team or the senior players. Make this an introduction. Get the first team players doing things and the juniors have to copy. You get some imagination and some really positive, fun things going. So that's the summary today. We'll put this on the blog and we'll list it out, and we'll also include templates. So we'll include templates of how to post a social news item. We'll include templates of how to send a press release to your local newspaper and how to write a news item for your club website. So look out for those. I've got a couple of questions here, which I'll just go through now. What about if you're a new club? That's a great question. So first of all, everything I've said you should do. But also, if you're a new club, this is a great way to get people to register for your website for the first time and get them into your email system. So it's a great way to launch the website. So use that to your advantage. You could say to your local newspaper, FC All Boys have created a brand new website to help them bring in donations to overcome COVID-19. Here's the new website. Here's a link to the new URL. Here's how you can donate. Please support. So if it's a new club, a new website, use that to your advantage. Talk about how you created the club website to help increase the funds coming into the club. Also, if you are new, I highly recommend you book an appointment with one of our account managers. They'll have a half-hour, 40-minute conversation with you. They can do a video screen share, and they can take you through all the key things that Pitch Hero provides to make sure you get the best use of it. And they can absolutely help you with donations and, again, talk you through this marketing plan as well. Good question here. Are fees for GoCardless reducing in any way for the donations page? So no, at the moment they're not. The simple problem is that we don't have enough volume going through any of our credit card processing tools right now to be able to reduce any of our fees. So they're staying as they are. The fee does reduce if you're on the high ultimate package, but at the moment the fees across Pitch Hero are the same as they were before, which are 2.9 or 1.9. Or 0.9% plus the various credit card transaction fees. So it's the same as it was before, but if you do the simple maths, you could be paying £20 to raise £1,000. So we'll always try and do the very best we can for our clubs. If you look at your package, there's actually a voucher in there which can help clubs reduce the cost of their packages in the short term. If a club is struggling, we can help you reduce the cost of your package for the next 2 months. So have a look at that. And obviously it will help in every way we can. So if you're a club out there that is particularly struggling and really at it, again, I really encourage you to reach out to the account managers. They've got lots of great ideas and they can help all clubs in all different situations make the most of their Pitch Hero Club website and get these donations working. So that's it, folks. That's the end of the questions. If you've got any other questions, just reach out to us, support@pitchhero.com, or book a call with one of the account managers. One more question just come in. Final question is, do you need a particular package to set up donations? No, you don't. Donations, just like payment, is available across all packages, whether that's the free package, the elite package, or the ultimate. The only thing that changes is the transaction fee. So if you're on the free package, the transaction fee is slightly more. If you're on the top package, the transaction fee is less. But you can go in there right now, you can play with it, you can set it up, and you can start collecting immediately. Ooh. One question here, can you please repeat what the call would involve? I missed it. So I presume this is a call with an account manager. So when you have a call with the account manager, you, the club, can set the agenda. You can have as many people on the call as you want. You might have multiple club officials, a treasurer, a secretary, the PR people, a coach. We have a set of bits that we'll take you through, such as the control panel, membership, how to import your membership, how to talk to your membership, how to manage your teams, how to talk about payments, how to collect payments. So there's a whole bunch of things we can talk about. It's really up to the club. What we'll do at the start of the call is we'll listen to your pain points. So we'll say, what's the most annoying thing at your club right now? Is it registration forms? Is it membership and payments? Is it managing teams? Is it communicating with parents? Is it raising money? Is it recruiting more players to come and join the club? Is it helping volunteers to reduce admin and to save their time? So we'll listen on the call, understand your pain points, and then we'll answer them the best we can. But also, you can have as many calls as you want with an account manager. You can ring them as often as you want. Some people do. We have some club officials who will ring them every Monday morning to discuss the weekend's results. I wouldn't suggest that, but you can. So the account managers are here for you guys. They're available 9 till 5, Monday to Friday. Just reach out to them, book a call, and make the best of them. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all my questions. We'll get this on the blog as soon as possible. Thanks for joining, and I hope to see you very soon.